I got 14 grams of CBD flower. I'm breaking it up. And then I'm going to bake it inside a mason jar with a loosely tightened lid at 250 for 25 to 30 minutes, shaking it every 5 minutes. And then I'm going to extract it in my magical butter maker for probably 8 hours at 160 in coconut oil. I like coconut oil. You can use whatever you want, but it'll make a really great extract. And CBD flower is very affordable. You don't have to pay for, you do not have to pay the exorbitant amount that it costs to have CBD flower. So, and I'm not worried about lighting or whatever. It's like after midnight. I've been doing ritual and ceremony and weird stuff with my ancestry, which I'm totally down with the Divine Mother. Anyway, so I'm going to chop this up, show you what I'm doing with it, share this with you because nobody can afford these prices these days out there for commercial nonsense. Yeah, just either grow your own flower, I'm talking about CBD flower here, or buy it, but don't pay full price for the oil. And you don't need a butter maker. You can do this in a crock pot. Feel free to message me directly if you want recipes on how to do this. Stuff is out there on the internet, but sometimes, honestly, I don't like the way people write a lot of recipes. They make them very complicated and confusing, and, you know, it's not like I learned to cook. I learned to cook with my mother very simply and naturally, and I like directions. Very simple. And so if you want a simplified version of directions, I can give those to you. So I'm going to transfer all these over to a mason jar. And then this is where we're going to bake it at a low heat. Hello, kitty. Great cat. In a loosely tightened jar. Yes, I do have the metal top on it. And then what we'll do is every 5 minutes during that 25 to 30 minute time period, and I usually do 25, is just shake it and then put it back and keep it on its side. You can put it on a baking pan or not. I usually do. It makes it easier if I need to pull it out all at once. So that's going to be doing some nonsense for the next 25 minutes while I shake it every 5. You all do not make these things complicated. Don't make self-care and medicine complicated. Herbal medicine's my passion. It's the only thing in this life I can do when I'm alone where I'm completely happy to be alone. There's like nothing else where I can be alone and feel focused. And so I know, if you're wondering, as an aside, if you're wondering what it is that is your deepest passion, it's that what you can do when you're completely alone and forget about the rest of the world. Anyway, so we'll do that, and then I'm going to do the extraction. I'll show you that process. And talk a little bit about ancestry while we're here. My mother passed. She died in November of 2024. And I was so blessed to spend 9 days in hospice with her at home, where we really got to pray the rosary about 1,000,000 times, do our energetic work, healing work, and intentions and conversations, and personal care for her body. And there's just so many things in my life that have been important for ancestry, but since she's passed, it's so much clearer. I have such a deeper connection with understanding since she's passed. And while we're making some CBD oil, I want you to know that your root chakra belongs to your ancestry, and the church tried to take that power from you. That's your creative potency, and the ancestors tune into you through there. Don't let them make you ashamed of your ancestors. That's taking your wealth directly from you of inheritance and the wisdom body of the ancestry that can tune into you from the astral plane at any moment. When you go to sleep, remember to connect with your ancestors, with the mothers, the fathers, the grandmothers, the grandfathers, the empowerment that is there for you. It's already been 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and take that out of the oven, give it a shake. Try to distribute it. It's slightly darkened. Put it back in. And while we wait, we will do a read from, oh my God, Alana Fairchild, who is an awakened and enlightened being. Highly recommend her oracle decks. She doesn't even have any info on it. It's just really obvious she is. So if you're looking for some sincere clarity, ask her. So we'll pull a card while we're doing this work tonight, talking about ancestry. And I got the key Kali Kalamasa Nasini, number 42 in her deck. Absolutely beautiful. She devours darkness with her endless hunger for light, peace, and redemption. She reaches the deepest places, the darkest spaces, relentless in her pursuit of the lost and despairing. No soul shall ever be forgotten, abandoned, or betrayed by her. Those that believe in their own guilt, their sin, their shame, evoke her mighty tenderness, and she feasts upon the darkness that threatens to consume them, alleviating the weight of their suffering and allowing their hearts to become light and free. Let's do her summoning through this ritual in her book. Her invocation, saying this: Kalika Kalmasa Nasini, devour the sins that fuel negativities. Protect me from utterances and intentions not in harmony with your divine wisdom and loving plan. I seek refuge in your supreme power and become free from regret and free from fear. I have learned and now I let it go. May nothing stand between us. May our hearts be as one. You are beyond speed. You are immediacy. You are the perfect tempering of power and mercy. You destroy and you protect. I trust in your grace. Ma, Jai Ma Kali. For the spiritual benefit of all beings, Jai Ma Kali, Jai Ma. Praise the divine feminine which is inside each and every one of us, passed from one root to another. So again, I said you could do this in a crock pot, but I'm going to use a magical butter maker because I have one, and they're totally worth owning if you're going to be making your own essential oil blends or extracts or even anything for cooking. So anyway, it has settings on it that have different times and temperatures. I'm going to do the full 8 hours, and I'm going to do it at 160. And the maximum fill is about halfway up inside this container. So what I'll do is I'll be putting the flour in here and then adding enough coconut oil. You can use butter, you can use another oil. I like coconut oil. Like I said, it's an emulsifier, which I didn't say before. And so what I like about emulsifiers is that they open up cell surfaces. And so I trust coconut oil to be better absorbed by my tissues. So, and I don't have very efficient tissues. It is just is what it is. My cellular transfer is not as good as it should be, and many of us are like that. But so this is a aid to my digestion. So I'll do that extraction for an 8-hour cycle and then strain it back for more. And by the way, if no one has figured out why the witching hour happens after midnight, it's because the children and the husbands or the spouses, we're not going to be gender specific here, are asleep. And that's when the witches can get to work because they will be uninterrupted. So while waiting for that to bake, I'm going to go ahead and make a eggplant and red pepper spread. Oh my God, it's like having baba ganoush, but only better because it doesn't taste like shit. Baba ganoush. All right, I'm not trying to be mad at you, Baba Ganoush, but it's all right. By the way, when you get fruit and vegetables, do you throw out the seeds? Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't throw out the seeds. Plant the seeds. That's the plant's babies, and you are being very disrespectful if you don't save her babies and give her family a chance to grow and thrive. So, while we're doing CBD and we're talking about that, this is literally red, yellow, or green pepper. Honestly, just do the red pepper. Don't even play around. Bell pepper with eggplant and onion. Spice it however you want, but bake it. Sheet pan vegetable baking. Don't think too much, okay? Just turn on the damn oven. 350 is a general temperature if you just want to use it. Try 300 if you're worried. And sprinkle it with salt and pepper oil. Just sprinkle, toss. Let them all bake, all chopped and baked. And then you're going to blend them all together and season, add oil. I use olive oil for this one. And it is amazing. It is an amazing spread. It's fabulous. Don't think too much in life. Cook like you love. Eggplant, red bell pepper, onion. Bake it, blend it, spices. And this is your reminder of what happens during the witching hour. I connect with my ancestry. And I give gratitude and thanks and appreciation for the life that is here, that is mine, a continuation of theirs. And I pass on the tradition of wealth of earth nurturance. And I prepare for the tomorrow. And I forgive all that has happened. And I plant seeds for tomorrow. What are my intentions? Do your magic. And while I'm here, I have some beef with the people knocking nightshades, since eggplant is a nightshade. Oh my God, stop with the allergies to nightshades. That's just an allergy to the subconscious and to your deep feminine and to your ancestry. Just because your parents, aunts, uncles, whoever, brothers, sisters were assholes doesn't mean all of your ancestors were. So calm your immune system down and drop into the dark. All right, that's 25 minutes. We're going to take those and we're going to just dump them in the coconut oil we got here in this baby. I'm not trying too hard to be perfect because I don't have the bandwidth for perfect. So we'll do that. 8 hours, 160. I'll let you know how it goes, but please, please trust yourself to do this and don't think too much. There's great sources of organic CBD flower out there, so find them. I'm not going to recommend a specific one. Please just find one. Love you all.